There's one thing missing from every video talking about smartphone filmmaking. I'm going to tell you exactly how to make a smartphone film actually work. If you search smartphone film on YouTube, you'll see countless videos about various multi-million-dollar films using smartphones, but a bit of extra digging will unearth that these films bolster up the smartphones they use with so much extra gear that the prospect of making your own smartphone film goes out the window. I'm going to show you two films that are going to reignite your imagination when it comes to smartphone filmmaking. And I'm going to talk about a thread that those filmmakers constantly tug at that make their films work. You've heard it said, look, everyone can make a movie. There's a camera right there in your pocket. House by Ethan Hansen and Hotel by Caleb Robinson are two feature-length films that masterfully use the smartphone. They are worlds apart, but there's one similarity that I want to talk about here for filmmakers who have been turned off using smartphones as a filmmaking tool. House is an otherworldly Lynchian film about a man stuck in a, you guessed it, house. He travels from room to room in an endless maze trying to get out, meanwhile being stalked by a creature, meeting new friends, and uncovering the mysteries of the labyrinth he finds himself stuck in. On the other hand, Hotel is a grounded drama following Travis, a young man who finds himself alone in a hotel room as he shuts off from a controversy he's embroiled himself in. He flicks through a phone book and finds himself talking to Jessie, a phone sex worker. This isn't going to be a video talking about how to technically use a smartphone in your films, like literally. House and Hotel are polar opposites in this regard. House uses locked off shots, and Hotel is a lot more dynamic, with an active handheld style. The advice when caught in a current is to swim with it, and not to waste your energy battling the tide. Now, the same applies for when you're faced with a limitation in filmmaking. With $1 million, you can overcome a lot of those limitations, but on a $0 scale, you're forced to swim with currents.
Keep it simple. Simplify your story, simplify the props, simplify the characters, the dialogue, all of it. The more simple you have it, the more that you're going to be able to play, and the more that your limitations filming on a phone will not show and be a distraction from the movie itself that you're making.
So I could focus on just the movie and the emotion and what it does, I don't know, what that movie feels like and stuff. So that kind of drove the decision, and I think that worked out for me on this one.
Shooting on the iPhone, I learned I want to do that again at some point. It's not going to be an every movie type thing. I think it fits certain stories better than others. For movies that are very just focused on a character in a very, very specific small situation or whatever, the iPhone worked beautifully for Hotel, and I loved shooting on it. And after Hotel, it was like, okay, I'm definitely going to do more of these in the future.
So what did swimming with the current look like for these films? Well, the first hint is actually in their names. They both follow a single main character. The man in the maze and Travis in the hotel are quickly endeared to us through the lenses which we view ourselves through every single day. The smartphone lens serves these stories well and draws the audience into the character's perspective to different effects. The horror of House is amplified, and the emotional rollercoaster of Travis's life is easily empathized with. They're both isolating films as well, which the use of the smartphone does better than maybe any other camera could. I'm not saying you couldn't achieve the same things with better gear. Ethan made a short film epilogue to House using a DSLR camera. But if you want to make a smartphone film, these are some ways that you can lean into the limitations of the tools at your disposal. Can I just say as well, these are the sort of films that you should be watching for inspiration on how to make a smartphone film. Not multi-million-dollar Hollywood films, but films that were made by your filmmaking peers, by people who are facing the same battles as you, the same limitations. That's how you're going to improve, and that's how you're going to learn the way that you can make a film just like this. Another filmmaker I've come to really respect in the filmmaking space likened using a smartphone versus a DSLR camera to playing music with a $50 starter guitar that sucks ass. While he wasn't wrong, you can make it work if you're not playing Jimi Hendrix. I'm gonna put the films up here somewhere. Go and check out House, check out Hotel, watch them, enjoy them, learn from them, and follow those filmmakers as well, because they're making really great stuff.